So now again, you're talking to him because you're still afraid of him, right? Even though he is locked up for first-degree murder charges and cannot go near you.
I didn't say physically come to me. I'm talking about other people.
You take advice from him, don't you?
I listen to it.
He discusses the case with you many, many times. Isn't that true?
Yes, because he knows I don't know, so he tries to make sure I know everything.
In fact, he tells you to kind of stay strong because the state thinks you're the weaker link. Has he told you that before?
Yes, he told me that.
Have you responded to him on, let's see. What's the date? Recently is June 27th of 2025. Did you tell them half the witnesses are dead, you're listening to Jacksonville, and they don't solve shit, I'm just lost because this is all pointless?
Said what?
Did you say to him, half of their witnesses are dead, you're listening to Jacksonville, and they don't solve shit, I'm just lost because this is all pointless?
Yes, I told him, and that's my opinion. I don't understand why I'm here. It's really about them.
So you're still talking about what you're charged with him?
Yeah, he's aware, so I can say that.
And he tries to tell you what you should do in your case, right? And he tries to tell you what is the plan about the Airbnb. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yeah, and I don't control him, so he talks about what he wants to talk about.
Don't you say in response to him telling you all that, you don't got to say all that, don't walk me through those stops. You said that, right?
Yeah, I stop him when he talks about the case because I already kind of know that. So he tries to let me know, and I already know.
It's not because you've already discussed what you two are going to say that you're on some kind of vacation to Tampa.
No, we haven't.
That's not what you're referring
talked
to?
about that, no. He's talking about the girl in the Airbnb.
On July 5th, 2025, you didn't tell his mother that you made the defense attorney's investigator so mad because you told him you're not going to leave until you want to and that they can't tell you who you can talk to, specifically referring to him. Isn't that true?
I was referring to other people too, but him too.
Because you are not going to give him up. Isn't that true?
Like I said, I'm doing what I think I should do to keep him happy.
And that is calling him hundreds of times, multiple times a day.
Yes, you don't see the other messages when he asks us. He says, can you call? I need you to call. Are you okay? How are you? How's the baby?
So at some point, when I say you guys are off and on, there are times where he doesn't want to talk to you. Isn't that true, ma'am?
At times.
And there are times that he blocks you, right?
Yes.
And right before, let's talk about June 17th of 2024, right? This is
Yes.
within a couple of weeks of this happening, right?
I think a couple of days. Yeah.
June 17th, 2024, he blocked you. So you got to resort to a text now chat, right? That's not a normal means of texting on an iPhone, right? This is a special app.
Yeah, that's the app, but pertaining to him, I always text on text now when he blocks me.
So he's blocked you before, right?
Yes, whenever he's mad, he blocks me.
So sometimes he's ended communication and broken up with you, right?
Not broken up, he just goes off for a day or two.
And so can you read to the jury what it is you texted this person that you're afraid of?
No. Oh, I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate? Trying to act like you mad, and I make people comfortable.
Sorry, excuse me. You need to speak, I'm sorry, Ms. Andrews, the court reporter's got to take down what you're
My
saying,
bad.
so you got to speak real slow, okay?
I said, bitch, you a sicko. Why you blocking me over a call I didn't even initiate, trying to act like you mad and not make people comfortable. I didn't do shit to make nobody feel comfortable. It was out the fucking blue. Why the fuck are you acting like it's my problem? You just wanted to have a reason to talk. I messed up when I was typing. To talk to ugly bitches you talk to. Everybody you come across and you touch, you fuck them up. You're not even mentally there and stable in the head for no relationship, even when I didn't do shit to your ass or start a conversation. You still fucking mad, the fuck. And then I said, and you acting like I'm not pregnant. You gonna talk to me one day, so I don't give a fuck about your attitude. And I said, bye, bitch.
So this reconciliation that you're talking about, this is what he is trying to stop communication with you, right?
This is one of the things he do. So when you say stop communication, he just disappears for a day. He doesn't even really mean it. He's gonna pop up the next day and be like, what you doing?
So you weren't trying to make this jury think when you first testified that there was domestic violence in your relationship and this reconciliation was you trying to get back with him and him trying to reconcile with you because of something he did, right?
Wait, can you repeat it?
Yes, I can. You're not trying to make this jury believe that he was the one trying to reconcile with you after he hit you or something, are you?
I don't know what you mean by that pertaining to the message. I'm just cursing him out.
No, I said when you guys get back together, I thought you told the defense attorney on your direct that this was some kind of reconciliation trip. You guys was trying to get back together, right?
It was. After I sent that, he did eventually end up texting me, not on there, but he texted my phone and we're back cool. We always do that.
And why is his little brother coming on this reconciliation trip with you?
I mean, I don't know that. That's something you have to ask him. I didn't know he was even going.
But you know why you were going, right?
Yes, he invited me and I thought it was going to be us two.
And it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
And you get to an Airbnb and you're only there for a day.
Yes.
And you go nowhere except for 3 clubs. Is that correct?
Yeah, in McDonald's.
And again, not with him and Davian Murphy, right?
Yes.
So what exactly was planned for this trip where you two were going to get back together after fighting?
It wasn't necessarily get back together. It was just to spend time. I didn't have a plan. Oh, if we get down here, go here, go here. If we go out, we go out. If we don't, I would be fine with that too.
So now it's not a reconciliation trip.
No, we are getting back cool, but I'm saying it wasn't a big deal to go out nowhere. That was his decision.
You kind of just testified that he didn't spend any alone time with you that entire night, right?
He was up there, but eventually he would go his own way.
Okay. You said that he didn't go with you anywhere, and you did not go with him to when they first checked out teasers around 10. Is that correct?
Yeah, I was still in the bed at that time.
And you lied to law enforcement in that interview when you said it was just the two of you, right?
The two of us went, because I mentioned Sean too.
You did, but that wasn't until later on in the conversation. When they first asked you about the Airbnb and the door, you specifically said, it's just me and him. Do you remember hearing that?
Yes, I did say that, because I meant like when we first came in, it was just me and him.
So again, there was no planned story that if the two of you got caught, that it was just going to be you and him on a romantic getaway.
We never talked about caught. There's nothing to get caught about because I didn't do anything.
So again, no conversation ahead of time if you were to get caught about what your story would be.
He never told me nothing about getting caught. When he got interrogated, he came back and told me that's what happened. And then he said, you don't have to worry about that because we didn't do anything.
When did you have the conversation with him about his interrogation?
When it was the first time they searched his house.
Okay. Before you were interrogated by law enforcement?
Yes, ma'am.
So there was some discussion about what it is that law enforcement was going to be questioning you about in that interview, right?
He didn't mention the guy. He just said our trip out of town.
Okay. such a coincidence, right? He mentions the trip out of town. You still aren't suspicious. You have still no idea a murder happened. But after he's arrested for not a homicide, just for what?
It
A
was
resist?
resisting arrest.
You guys are talking about the trip to Tampa.
I mean, not in detail. He just said the trip.
But he wasn't arrested in Tampa, was he? He was arrested in Jacksonville by Duval County Sheriff's officers. Isn't that true, ma'am?
Yes, but I'm saying
For-
after they arrested him, he
for
let me know
leaving?
what it was for.
For leaving the scene, right?
No.
So what? Oh, for resisting arrest. Nothing that had to do in the charges of Tampa, right?
No, they left a search warrant and it said the conspiracy thing on there and something else.
Jacksonville, Duval County left the conspiracy and murder charge up there with
I don't
him?
know if it was Jacksonville, but it was on one of the papers.
And so that's what led to a conversation of you all being down in Tampa. Is that correct?
Yeah, he just said it was about the trip to Tampa.
So when you testified to this jury that you had no idea why Tampa officers were pulling you in for that interview, you were lying up there on the stand?
That's not what I said. I mean, he didn't go in full detail about what they were coming to about Tampa. He just said the trip in Tampa.
You said you had no idea why these officers were pulling you into that interview room. Isn't that
And I
what you just
meant
testified
because when they
to?
came to my house, they were coming for resisting arrest. So I didn't know
Okay.
why Tampa was coming to talk to me.
But that's not what you just said, because you said after the resist charge, before your interview, you and your boyfriend, Isaiah Chance, were talking about what happened in Tampa.
That was way before. I mean, like when he got arrested.